Good morning.
Good morning and welcome to Talking Politics.
Let's start with how Prime Minister Anutin Charnvirakul has been making both local and international headlines for reasons you might not expect from a national leader. I take a look at this article by The Independent. Thai leader serenades Chinese PM in latest bizarre example of musical diplomacy. And here are some more Thai news headlines to emphasize the point.
Yeah, over the past 2 months, Thailand's Prime Minister has been busy with an intensive schedule of official visits and engagements. But despite his heavy workload, it is his musical performances that have drawn the greatest public attention.
This is Anutin early last month during an official visit to Vietnam. The state dinner was hosted by Vietnamese Prime Minister Lê Minh Hung. Anutin played 2 songs on a traditional musical instrument. One of them is called Sabai Sabai by Thailand superstar Bert Thongchai McIntyre.
Yeah, sabai sabai means
easy and easy.
Then a month later, Anutin showcased his musical talent by playing the saxophone, this time with the Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, who sang Frank Sinatra's My Way. The performance drew widespread attention with international media and social media users dubbing the memorable moment as ASEAN Idol.
And speaking of idols, we also have Anutin jamming out with Nene Royal, the 16-year-old Thai singer-musician who has gone viral for her recent performance in season 21 of America's Got Talent.
Yes. And just recently, during a state banquet at the Great Hall of the People in Beijing, Anutin performed the classic Chinese song Tian Mi Mi by Teresa Theng. That was performed live at the dinner table, further reinforcing his image as Thailand's music-loving politician on the international stage.
And that caused quite an uproar, right?
Yeah.
And the Thai media was quick to pick up on the fact that Tian Mi Mi, the song, was actually a Taiwanese song said to be banned in China in the 80s.
Right.
And Kun Ratchalijan, a former vice minister for foreign affairs, openly criticized Kun Anutin for what he said was his poor choice by citing an incident from 20 years ago when China's vice premier then walked out of a banquet in Thailand after that song was played.
Now, nevertheless, the current Chinese premier didn't seem to mind, and he even smiled and clapped during Anutin's performance. Rachada Thanadirek, a spokesperson for the Prime Minister's office, insisted that the atmosphere at the event was warm and filled with smiles. And she also clarified that Tian Mi Mi can now be performed in China and has been well received.
And even Foreign Minister Kun Siasak Pongketkaew couldn't resist having a word about the incident. Kun Siasak, of course, was present at the event, and he confirmed that it was the Chinese government's musical band that played the melody of the song. He said the Chinese side was well aware of Anutin's fondness for singing and had invited him to perform. And Kun Siasak stressed that music should rise above politics, and that the issue should not be allowed to overshadow the success of Anutin's visit to China.
Yeah, we have to say that all these performances, the singing and the playing of musical instruments by Anutin, are the easy part of being a prime minister.
And after basking in the limelight with those entertainment shows, Anutin must now face the music of harsh political realities, from which he might not find it easy to sing his way out.
Yeah, only days after his return from China, Anutin faced a renewed allegation related to the alleged fraud in the Senate election that took place 2 years ago. Anutin is among the 9 prominent members of his Thai party named in a petition filed by Yingship Achanon of iLaw, which is a non-governmental organization with Parit Wattarasin, the opposition whip. Parit is also a key member of the People's Party, which is the main opposition party in Thailand.
The petition calls on the opposition in the House to probe allegations that the 9 played a role in the alleged Senate election collusion. The election results at the time allegedly favored candidates with close connections with the Thai party. Of course, the party has been vehemently denying any role in the scandal.
Yeah, Yingship said that the information he submitted is a collection of charges that have been raised with the Election Commission before.
Meaning that he was saying there was nothing much new in what he said in the petition to the opposition parties.
He suggested that the Election Commission has a trust deficit in the eyes of the public and cannot be entirely relied on to pursue the case independently, and that's why he needed to bring the legislative branch in. And he pointed out that some of the members of the Election Commission were handpicked by the senators, many of whom themselves the target of the ongoing Senate election fraud investigation.
Yingship said that after 2 years of little progress, the Election Commission should have forwarded the results of their investigation so far to the Supreme Court for political office holders to speed up the case. As we know, critics have accused the Election Commission of foot dragging in handling the case, which is seen as a major scandal, directly affecting the credibility of the ruling Thai party of Prime Minister Anutin.
Well, iLaw is a prominent Thai human rights non-profit organization founded in 2009. It campaigns for democratic principles, freedom of expressions, and judicial reform through public education, legislative tracking, and civil action. One of its most publicized activities involved an unsuccessful campaign for a new constitution to be drafted with wide public participation. iLaw is widely recognized as an independent, non-governmental organization. Its activities are supported by grants from international civil society organizations such as the Open Society Foundations, or OSF, and the National Endowment for Democracy, or NED, as well as donations.
And as expected, Prime Minister Anutin immediately dismissed the charges brought about by Yingship and iLaw against him and the people in his party. He said he has ordered his party's legal team to file a defamation charge against Yingship. And Kun Supachai Jaisamut, a veteran MP and a senior legal expert of the party, also rejected the petition as a rehash of unfounded charges. And he also hit back at iLaw by raising questions about the organization's foreign sources of funding and called on the organization to be accountable to the public.
Now, I think we're going to see a lot of retaliation from the side of the Thai party. Now, Supachai also questioned what he described as a close relationship between iLaw and the progressive movement by Thanathorn Juangroongruangkit, the former leader of the now defunct Future Forward Party, which is reincarnated as the People's Party. I mean, he said, the matter of fact is that iLaw and Kun Yingship have been working hand in glove with the People's Party or the Future Forward Party from the outset.
Despite the pushback from the Thai party, Kun Yingship remains defiant. He claimed to have more evidence to back up the charges against Anutin and the 8 others. He said he was prepared to present the evidence in court if the Thai party's legal threat materializes. And in a social media post, Yingship insisted that the charges he submitted to the opposition parties were based on publicly available information and witness testimonies.
He also challenged Prime Minister Anutin to file defamation charges against him. If that was the case, he said half-jokingly that he would hire Anon Nampa to be his defense lawyer. I mean, he was referring to a well-known human rights lawyer and pro-democracy activist who is serving jail term on lèse-majesté charges. And he said this, I would be having a field day watching Anon cross-examine Anutin for 2 full days.
No, but a day later, in another Facebook post, Ying Sheep asked Thai Party not to press defamation charges against him, as any legal movement toward that direction would reflect badly on Anutin and his Thai Party as the power holders.
Meanwhile, Parit, the opposition whip, criticized Prime Minister Anutin for threatening to have legal action taken against Ying Sheep. He said, Anutin is a public figure who should be accountable to the public. By resorting to legal action instead of offering clarifications to the charges against him, Anutin is seen as weaponizing the court to intimidate critics and suppress public scrutiny.
And what is interesting is that the ILO's move against Thai Party comes as the opposition People's Party has started sharpening its knife to prepare for a no-confidence debate against the 4-month-old Anutin government. Its leader, Rattapong Rungpanyawut, said he is confident that the opposition will be able to produce credible evidence to back up its charges against the administration, especially charges related to the alleged widespread corruption haunting the government.
Well, he said, we are confident that the debate will create enough impact that might threaten the survival of the government. Very confident.
Yeah.
I mean, he said among the issues the opposition plans to raise in the central debate include the government's emergency decree to secure loans worth 400 billion baht, that's about, 12 billion US dollars. The project has come under heavy criticism for being wasteful and without a clear implementation plan.
Also in the crosshairs is the controversial project of the Ministry of Digital Economy and Society to promote AI use among Thai people. The project is said to be rife with irregularities, including bid rigging and favoritism. And also to be targeted is the scandal involving a massive fraud in examinations for positions in local administrations under the Interior Ministry.
And of course, with the fresh ammunition provided by ILO, the People's Party is most likely to zoom in on the case of alleged Senate election collusion. And it should not be a surprise if Prime Minister Anutin will be its main target.
But we need to remind you that no matter how convincing the argument of the opposition would be in the no-confidence debate, the chance of bringing down the government through a no-confidence motion is very slim.
Doesn't really happen.
No, for the
in
record,
history.
no government in Thai political history has ever been voted out of office. Even administrations facing serious allegations of corruption or incompetence have always managed to defeat no-confidence motions, thanks to their commanding majorities in the House.
So how do you bring down a government in Thailand? All governments that have collapsed did so because of internal conflicts or because they were ousted in a military coup.
Okay. All we can say is that, at least for the time being, there are no signs of fractions in the Thai Party or in the ruling coalition. So political observers generally believe that the opposition might be able to put on a dramatic show in the central debate. But it's most unlikely that the opposition will be able to bring down the Anutin government, which we all know commands a very comfortable majority in the House.
Anutin is solid. He can keep singing for now, I guess. And that's it for this week's show. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
See you then.